Right, good evening, Million Town fans. We're here with Pat Robertson ahead of tonight's game against North Shields. Good evening, Pat.
Evening, Tony.
Now then, last week was a bit of a disappointment for more than one reason. What's been the focus this week?
Focus has just been around, off the pitch in regards to some recruitment, which is starting to come along now. We brought Lexus in from Darwinton, which is really good. Connor Rennison's back. So we're waiting for international clearance, and Renner will give us a big lift as well. And there's also one or two more as well. We're just waiting to get over the line kind of early next week as well. So, you know, focus was around just improving the areas that we need to improve, and some of that's, as I mentioned last week, been going on for a little while. But really, it's just around just going back to being positive. You know, it's really easy to get down, and I know I was really down on Saturday. It felt like it was a point where, you know, things needed to change, and you know, this week's been really positive. Training was really fun, it was really good, and the boys need to start playing with a little bit more freedom, with less pressure on them, and we have to understand that, you know, when we came into the club, it was around, you know, developing some of the younger players, making us competitive, and actually, you know, we might have put ourselves under too much pressure early on, which has probably led to players playing within themselves. So it's just around going back to what we did when we were playing well, being positive and enjoying it, Tony, which is the most important thing, especially when we're all volunteers. It's around enjoying it, and that goes for everybody. So that's been the focus this week.
Absolutely does, you're right. You kind of answered the next question, but what's the mood of the dressing room at the minute?
It's shifted, and you know, myself and senior players in Graham have shifted that. We've had very frank conversations with some players, and you know, yes, it's still frustrating. Everyone knows that we should be doing better and need to do better in regards to picking up points, but actually, you know, putting ourselves under the negative pressure all the time isn't conducive to doing that. So yeah, you know, well, there's a lot of grit and determination in there, but also there's an energy that has not been there for a little while, and you know, it's really positive seeing him coming in and smiling, and training was really good and fun and bubbly. So you know, yeah, it's a lot more positive than it has been over the last few weeks, and that was important. So
Brilliant. Earlier on you mentioned Lexus Beeden joining us from Darlington. What can you tell us about him?
He's a very good footballer. Centre half has moved up to the area from London. So you know, working with Darlington just to get some minutes into him helps us out as well in an area that we needed to bring somebody in. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to pass on a little bit of knowledge onto Lexus, let him showcase his abilities, and hopefully, you know, force his way back into that Darlington side in a month or 2 months, and that's the plan. But came in and trained on Wednesday, did fantastically well. Leadership qualities and his physical presence was a big boost for us, and he's a really nice lad as well. So it's great to have somebody like that in the dressing room.
And then North Shields tonight, what's your take on that?
It's going to be a tough game. You know, at the start of the season, I know they signposted themselves to wanting to try and top the table at the end of the season. So that's their challenge. That's what they want to do this year, and it'll be a tough challenge for us tonight. For us, it's around focusing on what we do and having more energy off the ball, and hopefully putting a performance on, and you know, hopefully we get a result tonight. But we've got a good run of games coming up as well. So yeah, it's an opportunity for us to play with no pressure on us, because fundamentally the pressure's on them, because they want to be up at the top of that table. And for us, you know, it's about enjoying football tonight, Tony, and you know, smiling a lot more, and enjoying what we do and having fun. And that's the big message to the players tonight. We're a really good side. It's going to be tough, but that's why we play football, and it's going to be what it's all about. It's going to be tough, it's going to be physical, it's going to be quick, there's going to be opportunities, we're going to have to fight, and yeah, it's good. It's what it's all about. It's only Friday night, and hopefully we've got a good crowd in with some brand new beers in the bar as well, so hopefully it'll taste a bit nicer for us than it did last week.
I hope so, pal. Best of luck tonight, mate. I hope it all goes our way.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.